I always say, me, I'm a teacher. I go with my notes. So today, this special one. Before we get into it, I want to remind you of what we've been talking about on how to create wealth. We talked about having multiple streams of income. Don't depend on one channel. Get a lot of them. Get here, there, 100. Before you know it, it's 300 per day. That's good for you. The other one was that you were supposed to make money while you sleep. I showed you about the book that I have written. You can put your book on Amazon. You can sell things online as you are sleeping. People are buying from there. Make something like that. You can also employ people to do the same work that you do, but then you have 5, 6 people doing the same work. That is money while you are sleeping. You can be off from your work. The whole point is to be off the equation, but money is still coming in. That is making money while you are sleeping. Today, it's a very special one. Hey! This one is about calculating your energy versus what you earn. Have you ever seen? There can be 2 people, different areas. They probably bought this merchandise. Let's imagine these books are the same. They bought this merchandise from the same shop. This one goes to become a millionaire in like one year or just 6 months. This one is still running around on the street trying to sell to this one and this one and this one. Meanwhile, these things are the same. But this particular person decides, you know what? These books are the same. What I will do, I'll just tweak it a little bit. I'll put my name on it. They decide to just tweak it with one thing, and it costs them maybe $1. You go with the same merchandise that everybody else has seen everywhere else. You don't do anything about it. This one goes to sell this particular merchandise for $100. You're selling it for $10. Same energy. Did someone get that? Same energy. The same merchandise. This one has just tweaked it a little bit. $1 extra. But they are selling 100, and this one is being sold for $10. There can be 2 people. The same. We see these things everywhere. Someone is selling tomatoes in this area of town. This other one decides, I'm going to sell my tomatoes to maybe a supermarket. And they decide, no, after I cultivate my plants, I'm going to do this and this, and I'll put only in there and there and there and there, not anywhere else. But this other person, because they think, no, somebody's going to steal my money, somebody's going to exploit me if I don't do it myself, they sit by the roadside and start selling the same tomatoes that they have worked so hard for like less than $1 for 3 tomatoes. They are in the sun, burning, getting burnt down, melting down, getting depressed, getting angry because there's not so many clients here. Same tomatoes. This one decides, I'm going to sell to all supermarkets around. I'll supply them within 1 hour. He has supplied for more than, let the drums roll, $10,000 US, or 10,000 of whatever your money is. Now tell me, same merchandise, different energy, and profits are different. It lies in the understanding of how much energy you want to use for something or what you're going to sell, the energy that you're going to use and how much you're going to make a profit of. A lot of people, sometimes it's not even about having the same merchandise. It's very prominent, especially in African countries. You find a woman is selling peanuts for less than $0.25. And they say, at least it brings back the money. It doesn't bring back the money because you haven't paid your salary. Get me? You haven't paid yourself the salary for sitting there. But yes, you got the money back. You got maybe even 25 cents over that. But can you pay your money? If you put that your profit, the transportation that you paid to go and buy those peanuts, you minus it from that. The lunch that you bought while you were selling those, did you minus it from that? The amount that you paid for that, when you take it out, do you actually have anything left for you to talk about that you're making profit from this business? Most of you will say no. Because I know this. I'll tell you one thing that I did with my mom. I crashed my mom's business down, like totally. She said she had a business. And of course, I help my mom with whatever she needs for the day. But she just wanted to keep herself busy. Then she told me, I want to start a small shop by the house. And I'm thinking, oh, wow, okay. So I sent her a starting capital. And she was very dedicated to it. Then when I arrived after some time, I think it was like a year or two, I arrived at her place only to find she was actually selling things like matchboxes. I'm laughing because I could see the joke in it, but she couldn't. And she was actually telling me that I am such a bad demeanor when it comes to, yeah, like I brought her whole idea away from, down, like I looked down on her. Of course, I was looking down on her because according to her, she said, at least I can buy bread. People are coming to buy. Yes, she was of service to the community. She would sell bread. She would sell juice. She would sell whatever. So I sat down with her after I had seen her toil like that for, not that she was toiling, but for me it was toiling because it's energy. I mean, every time somebody uses energy in a way I consider wrong, I see it as toiling because you're not supposed to toil. If you do things right, if you do things smart, you will never use your energy wrong. Well, you can use your energy and then it doesn't become what you wanted it to be. But that is a lesson. So it's nothing like you lost energy. No, you learned something from it. But my mom was literally convinced that this business was okay because she would come home with some money. So I asked her after I think 3-4 days, Mom, I want you to sit down here. Let's see how many things you have in the shop. Just maybe half of it. We calculated the half and we could see how much money she spent on each of those things. Then I asked her, okay, so how much are you making from this? Oh, from this, I make like this. On some of the things, she made like $2. Some of the things, she made like $5, $10. It was okay, according to her. Then I started now asking her, okay, this is now your shop. This is where you're supposed to get your everything. I also want to remind you that I also send money for you to have this and this and this. And if there's anything that's broken in the house, I also send money for you to do that. So if this was your business, if this you call a business is supposed to be a good business, it's supposed to help you through all those things because that was the whole denominator of me starting this business for you. It was that you could be sustainable on your own. You could sustain yourself and that you could also keep yourself busy along the way. When we finished calculating, I asked her, okay, so at lunch break, you go to eat. Yeah, it's fine. It's from home. But let's consider that. Let's take it that it's your job. Let's take it that this business is your job and you're not at home. What were you going to do at lunch break? Were you going to starve or you actually going to go out and buy a meal? Yes, I'll buy a meal. How much is a meal in town? Let's put it on an average. Nothing high, nothing low, just something in between. We calculated it. Okay, and you need transportation every time you go to pick these things and back. How much fuel do you use and how much can you calculate it in money? We put it there. Okay, now, Mom, after you make this your profit, fine. Let me ask you this one thing. When all this is done, how much is your salary? She was quiet. What are you talking about? I said, yeah, the whole point of having a business is that you can sustain yourself and you can have some money to save. Okay, fine. We won't talk about your salary. How much do you save from this money? What do you mean? Now I'm asking intentionally annoying questions that are going to make even you think. If this business you call a business is unable to give you a salary, is unable to help you save for your next big project, why are you calling it a business? Because the description of a business, from what I know, it is supposed to actually end into an equity, which is going to be a profit. That's like a saving. So if what you're doing does not give you anything you can save for another bigger game, then you're making a loss. And you can't stay in the same business for 3 years, continue making losses, and think that the 4th year is going to be. 3 years is what I know to be like the max. Anyone should be stupid to try a business. Unless you're doing stocks. But even stocks, when they go down already for 1.5 years, people already start questioning, is this actually good? They go in 3 years. Some, when they go down 4 years, then they shoot up. But this is not a stock we're talking about. We are talking about something that you are running every day. So you should also be having some cash to make it run. So if you don't have the cash to make it run, then it's actually running into your own private, it's running into your own private income, your own private pocket money. And that's not the point of business. A business is supposed to sustain itself and sustain the person who is actually involved in bringing the money to life. So if you're not getting a salary from your business, after you take away the transport, the cost of the commodity, and maybe your marketing, then that's not a business. That's a loss. I don't even know what they call it. Bousiness. Figure it out. And then one other thing that I wanted to say to you is this. You see, oh, I'm really sorry that I have to bring this example, but I do have a man who comes to always talk to me and ask me, oh, do you want me to clean your windows at the salon? I don't allow him because I think it's broad day robbery that he should ask me to clean my windows for the amount that he asks for. Because I asked him one day, how much do you charge people to clean a house? Because I wanted to hear if I could actually put him in my own system, teach him how I do the cleaning, then he can be making money while I sleep, if you understand what I mean. I'm not trying to make him look like an idiot. But that's how we do business. You employ people. They work for you. They sit in the office for you. You make money while you are sleeping. That's sleeping money. When you start employing people, that's already sleeping money. So I wanted to see if I could make sleeping money with him. Then he tells me, dollars, I think they're easy to talk about. He told me he takes something like $30 to clean an apartment for every hour. So I was like, okay, that sounds like very, very good. So how do you do it? He told me how he does it, and I could just hear he is not even anywhere close to what I can use him for, because he's going to take a much, much longer time, and his energy is going to be used up. And I am not sure that I want to work with somebody who's that ineffective and inefficient. So I told him, okay, then we can just talk about this another time, because right now I don't think that is going to work. I can hear even the things that he uses, they are so unsustainable. It's a lot of things we put out in nature, but we also have to be careful enough to not wanting to put very dangerous things, because everything we put on the soil, it goes down into our drinking water. So I told him, no, I don't think we're going to work together now. I think I need you to think like this if we can work together. So he's still thinking about it, I guess. He hasn't come back. But the moral of this whole thing is that when I look at how much I take, because I have clients who come to me, oh, Lydia, I know you don't want to do private homes, but please, you need to do mine. I said, no, I can't. I am totally so not interested in doing this private houses, because I'm about taking the nitty gritty. So I take too much energy to think about how I would do it, because it has to go quickly and it has to be right. Speed with accuracy. That's actually my motto when I'm cleaning. Speed with accuracy, and then I can do it in a very shortest possible time, but still make it very, very clean. So he asked me, no, okay, call your price. I said, I'm not going to call my price. I'm just going to tell you, if you want me to clean your house for 45 minutes, I'm going to get $120. $120, like, you can take it or leave it. You've already seen how I do it. So you can say yes or you can say no. That's too much. I said, okay, fine. Then we don't have a deal. But somebody came here and they told me they would take it for It's because I have to think in Danish and dollar as well. They say that they would clean his house for almost $40 somewhere there. I said, maybe it's time you called them, because I am not going to stop that long. I definitely won't do that. Okay, you can just come tomorrow. And I'm telling you, the moment I'm finished, I just send I don't know what you call it, but you can send a suggestion to say, I have finished my work. Please send the money to this account. And the money comes right away. I cash in 120. Every time I go to his home, I cash in $120. But it's not often that he uses me, because he knows he can use other people when he wants to just be quickly done. But when he wants a proper job, he knows where to go. And that's exactly what I'm saying, or exactly where I'm taking you to. You shouldn't be scared of calling a higher price, because at the end of the day, most people who do things at a cheap price, they are either going to complain at the end of it, or you're going to find out that actually it was not even worth the price that they are talking about. Most of the time, you'll find they've cleaned this part. Maybe they didn't lift anything there. Whereas if I come in, I know I'm going to lift everything and put it back and do this and that. And I know I'm going to touch all the corners, even when you didn't think I was going to touch. But I'll make sure that I leave a love you note by showing you that I was here. I moved this from here and I put it nicely like this. I suggest that maybe you put your books like this instead of putting them like that. And I'm telling you, people notice when you do such things. You also have to know whom you're dealing with. Because at the end of the day, if people do not appreciate what you have, they will never pay the high price. It's a myth that when things are cheap, people will always go for them. There's a lot of people out there who actually want to pay things for what the deliverer thinks it's worth, because they know that there's value in paying for something for a higher price than buying a lot of trash for a few monies. So do not be scared of raising your prices when the time is right. Actually, very soon I have to raise my clients, because I'm paying a lot more for the supplies that I use. So who's going to be paying the 2% that has the 2% of inflation that is here? We all have to share that. So do not be scared of raising prices. Do not even be scared of having a price that people go like, but that's expensive. Those who can afford it can afford it. Those who can't, they won't. And then let me tell you what happened one time. This I actually saw on Facebook. It was very funny, but that's exactly what happens when people think they're in competition with you or with someone else. A man from Nigeria was selling coconuts, and a woman from Ghana was selling coconuts. Exactly same thing. People came. She had put hers for, I think she started with 550 of their money, CDs, I think, or whatever it's called. The other one, he was also in Ghana. He had his at 650. So people came and bought from her for 550. She was very happy. Then the man noticed. So he went and put his down to 450. And she was stupid. She brought hers to 350. He brought his down to 250. She was even more stupid. She brought her prices all the way down to 50. When the guy noticed, now they are 50. He bought all her coconuts to himself. Ripped the price tag. He put 1,500. 1,500 from buying them for 50. Unfortunately, a client comes, buys almost all of them. Oh, yeah. She was annoyed. She was so mad. Oh, she said, no. You started the game. You made it cheap. So I played with you. And of course, the smart ones will always fool the stupid ones. So, but moral of the story is this. Don't bring your price down just because you feel you're in competition. Not in competition with anyone. If you're good at what you're doing and you know that's what you have to do, continue doing it. The right clients are going to come to you, and the right clients will buy it no matter what the price is. Just be patient. Sometimes I have wigs that last like 6 months in my salon. I don't mind. Somebody will come and buy them. The right persons are going to come, and they do buy them. I tell them the price, they buy them. Others go like, oh, they are very expensive. Oh, we can buy them on this online shop, Timo. I think it's called Timo. Not to discredit them, but after some time, but that wig I bought, oh my God, it was totally. They said human hair, but look at the way it looks. So no, just continue buying from there. Then they get to come and buy it anyway. They buy from me again anyway. So don't reduce your prices. Don't be scared of taking prices up. And don't ever think by selling a lot of cheap things you make money. Unless you are a big, gigantic shop. That is just a recipe for disaster. Literally, you can sell one thing in 6 months that costs $1 million. Instead of selling these small things that will only give you about 1,000 in 6 months. Why do you want to waste your energy? You can reach the same result with someone who sells one product in 6 months, and you who sells 1 million products in 1 year. Actually, even in 3 years. Because let me ask you, if you're selling for $1 every day and you make $6, when are you going to make $1 million? When are you even going to make 1,000? Because already in that money you have, you are having lunch, you're having transport. There's no profit in what you're doing. These small businesses, leave them for people who have small shops or people who have supermarkets, because then they are just sitting there and people are just coming to get them. That's good business for people with big shops, not for you who has one business, walking around the whole sunny day, 38 degrees, and you've only sold for less than even $20, less than $10. Find something that is going to make you big money. Have the merchandise that is going to earn you respect when you sell it. Leave that for online shops. Because the energy you're using, if you exert it on something bigger, you will end up making so much more money than trotting around in the sun making only $10 in 1 day. Not even $10, maybe $5. Listen to what I'm saying. It makes a lot of sense. But you won't believe me now, and you'll be thinking, she's crazy. She wants to kill my business. Let me kill it. But try me. Try my principle. Before you judge that I'm killing your business, you actually appreciate me, because I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's what I had for you. And if you think that this was good, please subscribe. Share to your friends whom you think need to also hear this. And like. I need to have at least 2,000 subscribers more. Please help me on this journey. This is also my side, what do you call this? This is my sleeping money that I'm trying to build here. So help me, because a lot of you who know me, you know that I actually go around helping other people with clean water, and I help children to go to school. So help me, because I am not just doing this for myself, I'm doing it also for other people. And I'm doing it for the joy of sharing information with others who actually need it. Let's grow together. Be fruitful and be greatness. Be blessed. Sleep here, girl. Bye for now.